Hello traders, and welcome to another weekly market forecast video. Hopefully everybody has been having a great weekend so far, and now we are going to see what we can expect in the next week as we have entered officially a new month of September. Happy month to everyone first of all. And firstly, before we start with the dollar index, I'm going to show you our 5-month trade recommendation track record in our membership service, so you can see where things stand at the moment. So this is where we are. This is a track record that we measure in percentage. So this is based on the market movements, which I will show you in the charts. We are we are above 30% in just 5 months, which what this means is 31.3% correct forecast in our trade setup scenarios, which means we have beat the market 31.3%. Of course, this number can be different depending on each individual's risk management and trade sizes and stuff like that. This can be much bigger as well in certain cases. So what we are showing here, we are showing that our trade recommendations in our membership service, you can see from the chart that we do not have any significant fluctuations and our equity is growing in a very nice pace, is because we are very picky in terms of what we recommend and how we manage certain market conditions. And if you are also interested to have something like this in your disposal, the link is in the description. You can become a member and you can see from yourself our quality analysis and expertise and how detailed they are. Is not what we show here on YouTube, of course, so you can check us out with the link in the description. And lastly, in terms of pips, I will show you right here. It's not easy to calculate pips because we don't have only Forex, we have a lot of indices here and metals. So just to simplify, about 2,100 pips in the last 5 months. Again, this is very similar to what we have got here in percentages. So this is what I wanted to show you. This is our track record for the last 5 months since we have started the service. If you are interested, again, the link is in the description, and you can email us at support@roiforecast.com so we can answer any of your questions if you would like. Now, we can start with the dollar index. Also, I would like to add that soon we will update and we will publish certain updates regarding our service and certain collaborations that we are going to do. So stay tuned for that, because you will be able to get much more value, and you will see how we will be providing more features soon. So regarding the dollar index, this is what we can expect within the next 1 to 2 weeks time. The move has already started. Our members were able to know this beforehand from Wednesday, from our daily live sessions. So we can expect potentially within this week to get some sort of a consolidation, and then another push to the upside is very likely to take place, and this will be our bias for the time being for the dollar index. For the dollar yen, we have got the move to the downside as we expected, and now we started turning up. So our expectation within the week will be a continuation to the upside in the next 1 week or so. So the market will be looking for at least a sideways bounce for the time being. This is what we can disclose for the moment for the dollar yen. Also, we would like to inform you guys that as I said before, we cover much more details in our membership service, especially in our daily live sessions. So there are many things in the charts that we don't cover here on YouTube, and this is the difference between those that are members and they get detailed analysis and also much more in-depth charts, and this helps them to navigate the markets in the best way possible, just for you to know. So in any way, dollar yen, we are expecting a continuation to the upside to take place within the next week or so. For the euro dollar, same idea. We are looking for this move to the downside for the time being as a corrective move. We have already started within the beginning of the week after we had reached the official target between 111 and 112. So we might see a little bit more downside and a small bounce, but then another move to the downside is very likely to take place. We would also like to note that on Friday we have the NFP, the non-farm payroll announcement, and this will have potentially some sort of volatility in the dollar. So it's important to know what is coming ahead as always, and this is why being part of our community and a member, especially the premium plan, we cover everything on the daily live sessions as well, so you stay updated what's ahead and how to navigate those days as well. So regardless of the case, euro dollar, more downside to go within this correction that we started. So it will be interesting to see how this week unfolds as well, and what will be the next potential move of the market. For the pound dollar, similar to the euro dollar, we might see soon a small bounce and another move to the downside. As we are entering within this corrective phase, as we have explained, we have reached a major target area for the pound dollar as well. So at the moment, we can see at least a small correction to begin with, and then later on, when we have more data, we will see obviously the bigger picture. So for now, pound dollar is still to the downside, the bias that we have in the short term. For the pound yen, after we had this correction to the downside, the market started to reverse to the upside. We can see this as part of an accumulation stage for a break to the upside, and this will be the next move potentially in the pound yen. So we are only looking for potential moves to the upside in this pair and not looking for any moves to the downside. So this is the view that we have for the coming 1 to 2 weeks at least. For the EURUSD, we have got this move to the downside after the peak of 5th of August. So from right here, we can expect to see a sideways to higher corrective phase before the next move. And this will be the bias for the next 1 to 2 weeks at least, the EURUSD corrective structure to the upside. And then we will see after that if we are able to see any potential moves to the downside. But overall, in the bigger picture, the EURUSD should be trading to the downside, and this should be a corrective move to the upside for the time being. Now for gold we have exceeded the 2,500 area, which was one of our main targets that we have been explaining over the last couple of weeks, especially when the market was at these lows and these lows. We have said gold will make new all-time highs. This is exactly what was the case. Now, short term, we might see this pullback. It doesn't have to be that big, by the way, but we can see based on a dollar bounce correction, we can see a small pullback in gold to begin with. But in the bigger picture and the weekly time frame, the market remains bullish for gold. But in the short term, we might see this correction to the downside. And for us, this is not something that we are interested to trade, because this pullback can be also smaller and can also be choppy. So it's not worth looking for any trades in the short term for gold. If we get our pullback within this area, we might consider a possible buy scenario. For the time being, we are not interested in any of the setups short term for gold. Now for oil we have been respecting the selling areas very nicely over the last couple of months, since April and July. So now the market looks like it's going to be ready to start this move to the downside. Ideally, we need to break below these lows from August, and we also need to break below the previous low from December 2023. So we will see what happens this month, especially with regards to oil. If you are new here, you should know that you can check our older videos so you can see how we have been bearish in oil for the last couple of months. But this is a sideways to lower price action, and this is not something that we like to trade at this moment because there are better setups to trade. As a trader, you need to find which setup has the higher chance to give you a faster and more decisive moves, and this is what we always look to find and recommend to our members. So if you want to know how to trade correctly, as I said before, the link is in the description. You can join us, get our members only market analysis content, weekends updates, reports, get our daily live sessions so you can learn the right way to approach the market and stop doing the typical mistakes that most people do. And a quick update here on Bitcoin for the short term. This is not a daily or weekly time frame, this is a short term. 4 hours time frame, we have here a range that we can expect the market to trade within the next couple of weeks at least. So we are looking for ideally an accumulation stage right here in Bitcoin in the 4-hour time frame. In the bigger picture, we remain bullish since the beginning of 2023. And for the short term, we might expect some volatility within this range that you see right here. And from the indices, the SPX S&P 500 cash index, it might see soon another new all-time highs, but this is not guaranteed. We will find out within the next couple of days, I would say by Thursday. Or even on Friday. So this is the week that we will see if the market will make another all-time highs. But this is irrelevant because, as we said before, we were expecting a full recovery after this move to the downside. This is what we got, and now we are going to enter at a situation where we can expect some volatility again. For this time being, a small pullback is very likely to take place within the next 1 to 2 weeks, but we will see accordingly. And as we always say also to our members, you should never try to trade against a bigger market trend. In the weekly time frame, this market remains bullish, and we haven't had anything that says otherwise. So trading against the trend is very risky, and we never recommend this to any of our traders. So we will see accordingly to this move what happens next, and of course we will let you know in the weekly market forecast videos. But as I said before, to get the regular updates and more in-depth updates and also fundamental updates, you should be looking to join us with the link in the description in our premium membership plan, so you can stay ahead of anything else. So concluding the session with the two ETFs that we share, the 3Qs and the GDX. So the 3Qs, they are similar with the SPX as well, but in this case a little bit weaker right here. We had the low on the 5th of August as well, and we are looking for potentially another move to the upside before we get a reaction, or we might not get that and we might just do a small bounce and then we trade sideways to lower. So as I said before, these markets will give us more clues entering the next week or so, but we can see potentially another move to the upside before a move to the downside. So overall, we do see a sideways indices and ETFs market within the coming week. And lastly, with the GDX, this is the gold miners ETF, is still technically on track from this buying area to try to make another new high before a reaction. So if this one manages to do that, then gold will also be able to make one more new all-time high before it gets a small, at least, pullback or correction. So this will be interesting to see if the GDX will manage to do that, or it might actually do a bounce and then fail and do a double correction lower. If this is the case, then we will have this alternative scenario, which we can have as a blue path. So either of the two cases, that's what we see for GDX, either from here go and make one more high or a double correction before one more high. So that's what we can see for GDX as well. And thanks everyone for watching one more time. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. This is very important for us, so you can help us together to grow and provide more content for all the traders out there. We are looking to start a new schedule within this month of September and from here onwards. So expect from us much more content and updates, and also we are planning to do some more collaborations with certain people, so you will stay updated and learn more for us and give you more value, whether you are a long-term investor or whether you are a short-term trader. So with that note, enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys, and we will see you in the next video or update, and take care.